What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over one of my favorite swing trade setups. Check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to jump into this, and we're going to go over how to spot a swing trade setup. Everybody's very attracted to swing trades because it's a little bit more relaxing, okay? It's a little bit less stress-free because your time horizon on the trade is longer. You can give the trade a longer time to work itself out. Typically, we don't take the same size we would as in a day trade because you're exposing yourself to an overnight hold that could expose yourself to a press release that could go against you. If you're short the swing trade and the overnight session passes and in the morning in pre-market you get a press release where the stock just had a breakthrough, well then, it's going to probably hurt a lot, especially if it's a low float. If it's a press release where you're to the long side and you're holding overnight, obviously you're in pre-market and all of a sudden a press release comes out with an offering, okay? And the stock dumps because it wasn't one of the good ones. It'll hurt you. It will hurt your account. It'll hurt your P&L if you're sized in too big. Right. So typically when we go into swing trades, we take into account not so much. I mean, we take this into account, our stop on the chart, but we take into account more so the variable of the what if could happen. Okay, because sure, we can go in with the mentality of saying we're risking $250, but overnight a PR can drop with that $250, and potential loss could turn into $750 or more, depending on what happens with the stock itself. However, we're very attracted to swing trading because it's so much typically less, stressful. We typically trade a little bit smaller, we hold a little bit longer, and there's a lot more room for the stock to move around. And sometimes you get lucky and the press release the next day, if there is one, isn't against you and it's in your favor, and all of a sudden, boom, it's happened. So it's definitely something that people are very attracted to. So what we're gonna go over here is one of my favorite, go-to setups for swing trades. I have taken one this year on NKLA so far. It was on just 2 contracts. It turned out to be a red trade. I was up like 60% on the trade. However, we'll go over that one. However, the trade didn't work itself out in my favor. It didn't resolve to the upside, and it stopped me out. Lost I want to say like $200 and change. So it wasn't bad at all. The potential upside, honestly, was in the thousands. My first contract I could have easily sold for $800, and then follow-up could have easily been a $2,000 winner. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go over a small cap swing trade I did last year that worked itself out really well. I didn't get to capture this entire move because this swing trade happened because that week I didn't get to day trade. I didn't get to day trade because it was the week my daughter was born. So I was in the hospital, with my wife and the baby being born, and I was back and forward. So I couldn't really day trade, and I couldn't really babysit my swing trades very, very, very precisely. So I ended up exiting this swing trade a little bit early, which sucks. I ended up making some money on it, but nowhere near what I could have. Now, before we jump into this chart here and I start showing you the actual setup, and we're gonna go over the volume, we're gonna go over the candle profile on the daily, and we're gonna go over the stop and then the targets, that I would have had on this trade, and how I would, again, approach a similar setup on the daily. But before we do, that's very, very easy. The easiest thing in the world for you to do, and it probably will make you a better trader, is smashing that like button on the video for me. Remember, when you smash the like button, comment, and subscribe, it's like the perfect trifecta, right? Just kind of like VWAP, 90 MA, and the 23.6 fib support level to support the channel and make it get that next leg up so that we can get to 10,000 subscribers. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers, we're gonna do that free giveaway where I'm gonna give away one lucky subscriber a free, fully funded trading account for them to enjoy and start their trading journey. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this this setup here. And as we do, remember to also check out the links in the description section of Webull. You download the app, fund your account with $100, you get 2 free stocks, value between $1,200 to $1,400. That's free money, so it's a no-brainer. Let me grab this chart here. These are my trade ideas charts, okay? And these trade idea charts, they come with obviously the scanners that I scan pre-market with, and you can find a link to the scanners in the description section below, along with a coupon code for 15% off. So you can enjoy that. The coupon code's down there along with my link. So make sure you take advantage of that if you enjoy these scanners and these charts. Now, this was ABUS, okay? This is November of 2019. We had a huge move, okay? This is a huge move from 94 cents and change all the way up here to $1.61. That's a big move. And typically after a big move like that, especially on one of these, small caps, you tend to see some fails. But ABUS started to hold on the daily. Like it started to hold on the daily. And I jumped into this swing trade actually right in here because I said, you know what? This is going to look like it's going to start to flag. And on this day right here, we broke up above that flag and we tested the high. That would have been my first take profit, okay? However, my daughter was born and I couldn't babysit this trade, so I exited my full position there. I had to exit my full position there. That would have been my first take profit, okay? And I would have looked to take more profit off up here in front of $2, alrighty? Now, why is this, which is you can see clearly is a bull flag setup on the daily, one of my favorite swing trade chart patterns? Well, because more often than not, in my experience, when I've entered a swing trade in a bull flag on the daily, they tend to resolve to the upside more often than not. Why? Because the longer it starts to consolidate within that bull flag, the more pressure is getting built and more fighting going on between bears and bulls. And eventually, if you get a break to the upside, you get a short squeeze. And short squeezes can go up big time. So that's why I like it. So now what do I look for? Okay, the very first thing I look for is I make sure that this very first day, okay, which is the flagpole, I make sure that this very first day has huge volume. Huge volume. And as you can tell, this day, okay, which was October 31st, we have huge volume. 10 million shares traded. Bigger than any other volume bar you could see, okay? This thing dwarfs even this one here that's big, okay? It dwarfs it. So we've got the pull. We've got the big increase in volume. We've got another item I like to see, which is a break of old resistance, okay? All right, we broke old resistance. And now what I want to see next is consolidation on the daily on smaller volume. That's it. It's guys, it's the same setup we look intraday for. I'm just looking at a bigger time frame. That's it. There's no secret sauce here, okay? Everything works. You just got to control your emotions and take your trades. So it's the same intraday type of pattern that I would look for in the morning when I'm day trading. I'm just seeing it on a larger time frame here, and I'm taking advantage of the same type of move. Now, what I want to see is various days of consolidation inside of the flag on small volume. Small volume. We want small volume, okay? And the only time we want to see volume perk up is if we break to the upside, okay? Now, like I said, I exited on this day right here. I held from the 1st all the way to the 5th. My daughter was born, and we went up here to test. And I said, okay, I got to get flat up here. I'm just going to get flat because I couldn't. I just couldn't, I couldn't pay attention to this. I was trading off my phone from the hospital. All right. So I couldn't, continue and pay attention. I had much more important things to do. So I exited right there. Boom, took my profit. Happy camper. All righty. Now, the next day, we get a pullback. And we still consolidate within this flag pattern. Okay. We're still making these higher highs with the exception of this doji candle here. We're still making these higher highs here, 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 and well, this one was a little bit lower. However, we're still consolidating. We even close, we dip underneath the flag and we close inside of it. We end the day closing inside the flag, okay? Boom, right there. The close is $1.48. So we close inside the flag or just above the flag, small volume, very key. Now, what I want to see is, if I'm in the swing trade still, is I want to see us pop above the flag and have an increase in volume. So we pop above the flag, okay? And we have a little increase in volume. It's not huge by any means, but it is bigger than all the volume that was consolidating inside of the flag, with the exception of this one right here. It's about the same, okay? When we broke above. We break above, profit taking kicks in, we close really, really low, big nasty wick. That's a bearish signal. I wouldn't be comfortable or happy, okay? But you can still be in the trade. We, like retrace a little bit, and then boom, boom, right there it is, okay? That's what I wanted to see in here, or preferably even in here, right? That's what I wanted to see, that big move to $2, okay? And I made a video on this. It's on my channel. It was posted November 8th. So you can go check that out if you want, where you see my swing trade. So that's what I wanted to see in here. Now, have I ever been stopped out had I stayed in my swing trade? No, because I was in this swing in here somewhere, okay, with the stop just underneath 120. I never would have been stopped out. I would have been in this swing all throughout of this madness. I would have taken some more profit here, and then boom, I would have gotten my $2 target that I was looking for. Now, this kept going. It kept going and going and going, okay, all the way through until January. Like, we were up here over $3.60 some odd cents. So this is definitely one of my top 3 favorite swing trade patterns, okay? Now, the one I was looking at on NKLA that hasn't fully resolved itself, that stopped me out, is very similar. You can see it right here. We got the flagpole, big volume. This volume bar right here is concerning, but we're holding this level, we're flagging. I got stopped out on this day. If this thing would have resolved itself, it would have been a monster trade. I'm still gonna keep it on watch, because as long as it holds above $59, $60, shorts can still be uncomfortable. So I'll still keep it on watch. However, this one didn't work out, but that one did. And that's how it is. We play the patterns. They're not all gonna work out all the time, because otherwise, we'd have the world's first trillionaire. So no patterns 100%. We just play the chart. And that's it. That's my favorite, or one of my favorite swing trade setups. Like I said, bull flag on the daily, big volume bar on the flagpole, small volume inside the flag itself, and you just pick your spots right off of the daily, with also within the flag as well. You can add to the position. I could have added as we broke above the flag, and then take profits within here and here in this case. So let me know any questions you have. Drop them in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button for me, and I'll catch you on the next one.